During Muammar Gaddafi's rule in Libya from 1969 until 2011, the country underwent profound social and economic transformations driven by its vast oil resources. Gaddafi, proclaiming himself the guide of the revolution, implemented a socialist and centralized state model based on his ideology expressed in the Green Book. This ideology promoted a more equitable distribution of national wealth, with the aim of ensuring that the country's natural resources directly benefited the Libyan people. Free electricity. One of the main advantages offered was the exemption from paying electricity bills for citizens. The government fully subsidized the provision of electricity, ensuring that the entire population had access to this essential service at no cost. This represented significant savings for Libyan families and was part of Gaddafi's vision that national resources should be widely shared. Free education and healthcare. Gaddafi heavily invested in education and healthcare with the aim of eradicating illiteracy and improving the quality of life. Before Gaddafi came to power, Libya had an alarmingly high illiteracy rate, estimated at about 88%. During his rule, this rate was drastically reduced, falling to approximately 20% in the last decades of his regime. Education was free at all levels, from primary education to university. The government also offered scholarships for Libyan students to study abroad. Similarly, the healthcare system was entirely free, with hospitals and clinics providing services at no cost. The country significantly improved health indicators such as life expectancy and infant mortality during Gaddafi's regime. Subsidized housing and property support. Gaddafi's government also prioritized housing, recognizing it as a basic right. Subsidy programs were implemented to help citizens acquire or build their homes. The state provided land and loans at low or even no interest rates. Additionally, Gaddafi introduced policies to prevent rent increases, which helped keep housing affordable for everyone. In many cases, newly married couples received a house as a gift from the government as a form of support for starting a family. Income redistribution and financial security. A central aspect of Gaddafi's policy was the redistribution of oil wealth. This materialized in various social assistance programs, including direct cash payments to citizens. For instance, every Libyan family received an annual amount from the government, which helped ensure a basic level of financial security. Gaddafi also implemented a universal salary system, where even those without formal employment received a basic income. Marriage and family subsidies. To promote social cohesion and encourage marriage, Gaddafi's government provided generous financial subsidies to newlywed couples. These subsidies could be used to purchase furniture, pay for the wedding, and even acquire a house. This policy aimed to reinforce the institution of family and help young people start their adult lives with economic stability. Agricultural support and food sustainability. Although Libya is predominantly desert, Gaddafi invested in agriculture as a way to reduce dependence on food imports. The government provided land, seeds, and agricultural equipment free of charge to any citizen who wished to engage in farming. Additionally, there were programs to supply livestock and other necessary resources for food production. This policy not only helped diversify the economy, but also created a foundation for food self-sufficiency. Another significant benefit was access to fuel at extremely low prices. Thanks to government subsidies, gasoline was among the cheapest in the world. This facilitated transportation and kept operating costs low for businesses and individuals, contributing to the overall economic stability of the country. One of Gaddafi's greatest achievements was keeping Libya virtually free of external debt. The government used oil revenues to finance its domestic policies, avoiding the need for international loans that could compromise the country's economic sovereignty. This approach allowed Gaddafi to maintain a high degree of control over the Libyan economy without being at the mercy of external creditors. One of Gaddafi's most ambitious initiatives was the Great Man-Made River, GMMR, a colossal engineering project aimed at bringing potable water to the middle of the desert. Libya, being a predominantly desert nation, faced severe water challenges. To address this, Gaddafi launched the project to extract water from fossil aquifers located deep beneath the Sahara Desert and channel it to coastal and inland regions. This project involved the construction of an extensive network of pipelines and reservoirs, allowing large areas of desert land to be irrigated and inhabited. The GMMR was considered one of the largest irrigation projects in the world and is often cited as one of Gaddafi's positive legacies. Although these policies significantly improved the quality of life for many Libyans, Gaddafi's regime was also marked by political repression, a lack of freedom of expression and limited human rights. Dissent was harshly suppressed and power was concentrated in a small circle around Gaddafi. The regime also faced criticism for its lack of transparency and the authoritarian manner in which it governed. Moreover, the social benefits system, though generous, was almost entirely dependent on oil revenues, making the country's economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Gaddafi's legacy is therefore complex. On one hand, he implemented policies that provided substantial benefits to the population. On the other, his government was characterized by authoritarianism and a lack of freedom. Gaddafi's downfall in 2011, during the Arab Spring, brought these tensions to the surface and left the country in a state of instability, with the advantages of the past contrasting with the challenges of the present. The social and economic advantages offered by Gaddafi continue to be a point of debate among Libyans and international observers, with many reflecting on the pros and cons of his regime in light of the current challenges facing the country.